And we're back. And my buddy here, the glue that holds this behemoth of a podcast together, is back with me.
Yeah, I know this is gonna drop before the actual episode, so if you're watching this first, I was there in spirit.
Yeah,
The Toxic Avenger. I was there in spirit. You guys can hear me from the beyond.
yeah, yeah. That happens sometimes. So I wanted to talk a little bit before we get into the news about actually the something I'm either like really smart to do or really crazy to do, which is I started my journey on Series 5. You guys know I'm a three-time animated series creator, and I'm launching my fourth later this year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, which is Echo Reality Champs. But you get that bug sometimes, and you're like, you get one idea or to another idea, and
And you
I'm
just want to
working
keep running with it. Yes.
working on number 5 now, which is crazy because I haven't even launched Echo Reality Champs, and the fifth show. Before I even say anything, I wanted, because I've been kind of been working on this for a couple of weeks now, but behind the scenes. But the new show is going to be called Haven Cubs, and I am pretty excited about it. I was able to. I'll do a whole video on my chat, on my personal thing or whatever, but I did kind of want to talk about Haven Cubs for a minute, and like that am I trying, bro? Like from the creative side, it is not easy, but it is what it is. Like, hey, I didn't think I was gonna be starting a fifth show or fifth content, but especially considering how much work I put into the other 4 shows, because content wise, it
Hmm.
is 4 shows now.
Well, like I said to you personally before, maybe you should think of maybe doing like a Kickstarter. I know it sounds weird. So guys, there you go. Let's in the comments down below. Why don't you go watch his channel, watch his creations, and tell us back here if you should do like a Kickstarter for like his action figures. Even though the show and his action figures go hand in hand. If you don't know what a show is, go watch the show first, and then go check out his action figures that he promotes all the time on Facebook, Instagram, probably YouTube. I don't really watch the YouTube channel, but I see you all the time on my Facebook post and my Instagram post.
Yeah,
You
I'm a big
know,
boy. Yeah,
but yeah,
thank
go check him out and see what you guys think. Come back and
you. Yeah,
let us know if he should start a Kickstarter for DVDs or something. Something he has DVDs with a specialized character. I,
yeah,
I always think it's a good idea. It's a great way to start, get your name out there in a different light,
yeah.
And if it kicks me in the ass, it kicks me in the ass because I gave you the idea.
No, I thought I'm gonna talk to the higher ups at Cowabunga Ranger Talk, because they're gonna have to give me a promotion to stay on. Because
Right.
the powers that be, they're the ones signing the checks for this
Well,
behemoth of a show.
yeah, we have to get in a conference room, through Zoom and
I'm gonna have to get a bonus or something to stay on. He said,
yeah.
I quit. No, don't leave. No. I'm gonna have to Bill Murray this thing. Oh man, oh man. So I'm not being condescending. What I'm doing right now, since we were like switching episode ports, if you will, I was working on cleaning this entry because I'm making a new action figure. As you guys may know, I'm a toy maker, not just a series creator. So I'm working on this character called Mascot Society, but specifically here, I made the peg, but when I hot glued it, the glue kind of closed the port, so I couldn't.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I was able to fix that, and since I figured why not, now the I See if he can. Okay, perfect. So he does slide in now because this wasn't coming in. Because the idea is for this figure, I can secure it. The head articulates, right?
Yeah.
Also the waist. He's
Okay,
gonna
there you go.
he's gonna have arm articulation. He's also got leg articulation. He's got a lot of articulation. I'm out doing Super Seven here.
No.
Not really. They're great people, and you know they do
Yeah,
great.
I know we talk a lot about Super Seven's downfalls, but again, in reality, we both collect them. You know, everything from the
Yeah,
reaction figures to the actual ultimates. You know, I have a deluxe figure already. You know, I mean, we collect them. It's not like we say they're bad because they're bad, because they're not bad. Because if we thought they were truly bad, we would not be collecting them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And this is one of the things that I like about us doing the show. That just like for Super Seven for a second, we are objective fans
Hmm.
of Super 7. We're not just like blind shills here. We're not like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing in the world. Oh my God. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. No, we don't like
Oh,
huff, huff with that. That's not what we do here. I wouldn't do that. I mean, I don't even do that for my stuff. So why would I? If you like my stuff, great. If you don't, then I guess you don't. What am I going to do? Find something
right.
to be happy. But yeah, this is the figure I'm working on. I'm going to leave him alone because he has to dry. And it was just the first coat, anyways. But I did get a leg
Yeah.
go. His leg is
But I
up.
yeah, very
All
cool.
right, thank you.
But I will say before getting the newscast, if anybody knows Brian Flynn, we would love to have him on the show. Ask
Yeah,
him some really cool questions, you know? Just saying. I can't get a hold of him. And the people that do talk to him can never, you know, write back in the comments or say, hey, give me your personal email address. No, no. Nobody contacts me back going, this is how you get a hold of no. So
yeah,
if you're listening, Brian, love to have you on the show.
yeah. Get ready for some fun. we're we're not mean here either. I've seen other
No.
shows. They like burn Super Seven to the ground. We don't do that here.
Oh
We
yeah,
give
there's a
them
lot of
objective ideas, stuff we care about. So,
yeah.
oh, the last thing I'll show the figure. So here, I already started modeling the hands. They're on toothpicks right now because I have to do the rest of
Which
the
is
elbows.
your connection is loading.
Yeah, you see them now.
What is going on here?
I see you just fine.
There we go. Okay, you're back.
So no, I was showing the last thing of the figure, which is the hands that I'm working on. I have to make the arms, but I think the hands came out all right. I mean, considering that the material kind of bends sometimes when it dries, I think it came out okay.
Yeah.
And that's that. To close out the other point that I was talking about, the Haven Cubs, that is in the future. So I couldn't tell you more because it's a future thing, but I have started it, and when I have something to talk about for it, or talk about a launch or some milestone on it, there is an Instagram channel for it, which is
Nice.
in Cubs. So that's going to be basically where I put everything. And havencubs.com. That's the future. That's number 5. I really didn't think I was going to try to be that ambitious to be a 5-time series creator, but we'll put that to the side and let's get into some news, buddy. You ready?
All right. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this thing.
Okay, the first news item: Bill Murray is not going to be on this episode.
Okay. Dun, dun, dun.
Lucy Lou could be on this episode, though. He ain't.
Yeah. So if you saw this one, you saw that, you know, you get the idea. You'll
Yeah,
get these jokes later on down the road.
yeah. Oh, I did see Lucy Liu in something recent. She did like some anthology show where she played like a woman married to a gay dude, and then she starts like sleeping with his son, but the son is an estranged son. It's like playful comedy or something like that. Like, not son, I'm sorry. It was the next door neighbor. She's playing like a in the show. She's playing a milf, and but
Oh, I've seen clips of that.
yeah, where she's like kissing on some pool boy or something.
Yeah, and yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Lucy Liu, bro. Wow, the years have been super kind to her. I mean,
Well, I got.
jeez, man,
Yeah.
jeez,
Yeah.
jeez. That's she's a ruler of time and space too, because she's pretty held up for Charlie's Angels Full Throttle. It was a
Yeah.
while ago. It was a minute ago, and
It
just recently,
was. It was.
you know, it's funny too. You know who's kind of weird about her career? I mean, not weird, but kind of like a little odd is Cameron Diaz, because she was doing a bunch of stuff and then she like stopped for like 10 years, and then she did that movie with Jason Segel about sexting or something like that, where like their video went on YouTube
Oh
or
yeah, yeah,
on
yeah.
the
The
cloud.
sex tapes. I think it's.
Yeah,
I think it's
yeah,
called
she
sex
did.
tape. Yeah.
Yeah, she did that movie with Jason Segel, which was I don't know. It was supposed to be a comedy, but
It
I don't know. Then,
was.
then she disappeared for a few more years, like 5 more years, and then I think she did something else. And
I think she had a kid in between those 10 years.
yeah,
I think
yeah, maybe. Yeah.
so.
You never know. Yeah, you know, an idea for a show. We should do a tribute episode to the King of Queens. We could talk about Kevin James, Leah
There you
Remini,
go.
the dad Arthur Spooner, Jerry Stiller. The
Hmm.
That show was crazy too.
Oh, it was.
It had
UPS all the way.
yeah, yeah. IPS Deacon.
Right.
Nicole Sullivan's on that show too.
If they made that show today, people would think it's something totally different
Yeah.
just
You
by the
know,
title. Yeah.
oh, King of Queens.
Uh
Oh,
huh.
oh, maybe, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess if you want to go down that road, but I know what you're
You
saying.
you know what I'm talking about. Anybody that hears that term today would be like, especially oh God, the younger generation.
Easy, easy. Thin ice. Easy.
I hate saying it.
Thin ice. You nice and thick over there.
We're at beta now. We're at beta. So we've already done alpha. Now we're at beta. I mean,
Anyways, we got some news here to change the subject. First news item. This is a news item that's like 100 years ago, but I just saw it now, and it's actually pretty cool to talk about. Toy Fair 1994 has image. Well, the 1994 edition of it had the Rita Repulsa 5-inch figure, and I didn't know this thing even existed. This was, I mean, it's been like 100 years,
oh,
so
okay. So I do have that picture. Actually,
yeah,
I actually did send it to myself. So give me a second. I'll actually pull it up for you
yeah,
guys.
yeah, no problem.
Uh, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, when you sent this to me, I was like, "What is this?" You know, I I never saw it before. I'm like, what am I looking at? I mean, I could tell it was Rita. I could see that it was the bumblebee and the lizard and a slizzard, as they call him.
Yeah, yeah. This is from the channel Pandora Palace, I believe.
Yeah,
I
that's what
thought
it
it was
says.
It was interesting. The other pictures that are on the channel show that the Toy Fair listing, they have like a plush Lord Zed. Everything else came out, but this figure didn't. And it's kind of interesting too, just like as a novelty thing, because
Yeah.
I know that they canceled the 8-inch figure. There are images of something of an 8-inch Rita that looks a lot like this, but not this. This is actually from Toy Fair, so it's
This
kind of
doesn't look that bad, actually.
for the 5-inch line.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know she was a canceled figure, I believe, from Wave 2, because she wasn't even like pulled out of wave one. So your lead bad guy was put into wave two because these are like the wave two monsters, I believe. But I mean, they're technically season one figures, but
Yeah,
because
I'm trying to find out who this guy is. I
he
know
was
him. I know.
he was gray in the show, but the not walrus or manatee. What's the term? He's a like some sort of gopher mole, but he was
Okay.
gray in the show. He wasn't blue and orange like he is there, but I do remember him from the show.
Okay.
Yeah, the the bird beak guy with two heads. I believe that's him.
Yeah.
Uh, that one was on the show too. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that it was a cool little fact. I think it would have helped the line a lot more too. Well, I mean, what did Power Rangers really need? Because they were on fire back then. You could have done a million things. It was gonna
I
sell like cakes, you know.
They were the next Ninja Turtles, honestly. You threw a frisbee that said Power Rangers and people would buy it.
Yeah,
Rocky Talkies, anything.
pretty much. Next news item here: Ark Survival Ascended has Power Rangers Wave Two Mighty Morphin. That one,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
that's coming with Lord Zed, White Tiger, and White Ranger, and I think the Z Putties are in there too. So
Well,
they
that's
let
what they're showing. They're showing Z Putties, Green, Rita, Lord Zed, Alpha 5, White Ranger, Tigerzord. I know the Megazord was already there.
yeah,
Titanus,
yeah, I'm
and the
sure.
Dragonzord.
Yeah,
But
unless
what
it's
I
a variant of the Green Ranger,
uh,
like, like
but what
Evil
I
Green.
find funny is if you look how they have the picture set up, you got the Megazord going across here, like because when they do it, they change from a character like I mean, I was watching things about this game, like the dinosaurs would change into the Zords themselves. So
Mm-hmm.
if that's true, that means this would be the Dragon Zord right here when he changes into this guy. So like this
The regular,
dinosaur would be the
right?
Dragon Zord. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a very odd thing, but again, I
is
don't play the game, so I'm
yeah,
not 100% sure on how that works.
yeah. I couldn't tell you either. I just put it as for game fans.
Yeah,
I don't even know if the other character, the one that the Dino Megazord's fighting, if that's supposed to be like the Black Dragon from the Lord Drakkon thing, or that's just a different
I think
manipulated
I,
dragon.
I think that's a different character altogether.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's coming out next. News item because the Ninja Turtles license doesn't have enough people. Trick or Treat Studios is coming in too. Trick or Treat Studios, they're it's funny they already had the Toxie license for like what 4 years now, 34 years, and now
yeah.
the Ninja Turtles license. What do you think? You think they'll make figures or what do you think?
Oh, they're probably gonna be making figures. That's what sells. Figures sell, comic book sells. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Here's another one. Bandai Japan is redesigning the Megazord
I
for
have s- I
for
have
a
seen
line.
that. Yeah, I have seen that. But you know what's funny is I can't find it anywhere online today. I saw it like 2 days ago. Legacy of Nerd had it up. A few of the other YouTubers have it up. But I think maybe they got told to take it down because when I went to their websites just to try to find the little post they did, can't find it anywhere. So maybe they were told to take it down because I
Yeah,
remember seeing it because it looked odd because the
maybe of the character. Yeah,
yeah, because the saber tooth tiger and the triceratop legs both look really weird, and the power swords like that tall. It was like a really weird like why do you have such a small power sword? It
yeah,
looked funky. The whole thing looked funky. Like do you remember the Megazord that they had from Flame Toys, the one with like the dinosaur chest that had the pterodactyl wings on it?
yeah. That looked
Yeah,
a little more realistic.
yeah. Well, they took that little plate, the chest plate there from that, and put it on there too.
That's what I was gonna tell you. It looks like that one, but without any paint on it. Like it
Yeah,
looks
so
painless. Like I
it
don't know
I
why you
can't,
would release that image.
like I said, I can't find that image anywhere now. It's totally gone. I was online looking for about an hour of it when I was waiting when I was at someplace. Anyways, could not find it. I was just like, I know this exists. I've seen it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? It's a reaction to what Playmates is doing. Because if Playmates is gonna be doing a line, they're like, we're not gonna just leave money on the table here. So we're gonna read it, and it's smart to redesign the Megazord because if you're just gonna give me the exact same Megazord I have a million times, I'm not gonna get it. Or like you shorten your fan base. But if you get it's a brand new design on what you already like, all right, I'm listening. You know, it pulls people in. I hope they actually do what I wanted McFarlane to do last year. That I was telling you, just do a Megazord line.
Yeah.
Don't do any Rangers. Don't even make any monsters. Just make all like a 7-inch Megazord line, and you'll have a good fan base. Because I've never liked the Japan figures. The
SH Figure Arts.
it just looks like so cheap and brittle, and it's so expensive. Plus, you have to pay. Like it's not for me. Like
I have seen them in person. Lucky me. Um, they don't look as bad as they do on screen. I guess,
yeah,
like when you look on a website or you see someone like modeling it, yeah, they don't look that bad. They look pretty nice. But again, they're not as tall as they don't go with anything I have. But
yeah.
yeah, the price is even up there, even if you're taking it straight from Japan back home. So yeah.
I wouldn't even say I hate it. It's just like specifically the Rangers. Like every time I see a
Mhm.
Ranger or like a Sentai Ranger, they always look like the cheapest, most brittle. Like Megazord wise, they do really good Megazords. Like
Oh
they're
yeah.
like on top, but it's like there's such a disconnect from the Megazord to the to most import. Well, Bandai ish, I guess if you want to call it, figures. But we'll move on from there. Hopefully they make more figures too. Like if you're gonna redesign things, like keep going. Like make the Dragon Zord, make the SPD Megazord, man. If you're gonna make a redesigned figure line, great, go for it. But don't give
Yeah.
people what they have a million times because you're only gonna get a small fan base. If you give a bigger diversity, you have a bigger chance of getting more audience.
Well,
Next,
I've told you like this, I oh go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, like I told you before, I don't really collect Megazords, but I was going to buy the Hasbro one when I got to Ross, but I can't find it. Like my Ross sucks. I'm sorry, all the Rosses around here where I live just suck. But yeah, like the stuff that people find is never
Yeah,
there, and then like 3, 4 years later, it shows up out of nowhere. It's like I forgot about this stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, another reason I would push for a Megazord line is look, Megazords are usually what? Between 10 and 13 inches, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of shelf space, and not a lot of people have space for that. But if you
Mm-mm.
give a nice 7-inch, it's close enough to what most people have as collector figures that are like 6, 7 inches, right? So a nice 7-inch line, it's not 8, so it doesn't like bust the shelf, and you can
Yeah.
get more. So it gives you, it's easier to stack, it's easier to put. It looks good next to a monster, whatever.
Hmm.
It gives you reason to do that. So I think it really would. And nobody, well, maybe there's people out there, but it is such a small fan base of people that are going to collect everything from actual 40 years of or 30 years of toy lines. No, especially with
No.
inflation and plastic degradation. I mean, there's no way. And there's so many old figures that you buy and they can be fine, and then you grab them and then they turn to dust because sands of time. Right? What are you gonna do? Time doesn't stop.
Yeah. No,
It
it
is what it is.
doesn't. It's not just toys either. So
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Next news item here: Rocksteady and Bebop are in issue 5 of the relaunched the Ninja Turtles comic. So
okay.
they're coming in issue 5. Here's another one that was I saw a couple people reporting on it, and I don't know what your thoughts on it, but I'll say what it is. the last Ronin movie is still on dock at Paramount, but
Yeah.
that's I don't know. Like I've seen so many people doing like YouTube videos on it or this or that. You're not saying nothing. You're just like it's on dock. That can mean anything. That's like there's a cheeseburger at Burger King. That doesn't mean you're eating the cheeseburger at Burger King. It's just yeah,
Well, okay.
how's that?
I have a lot I have a lot of thoughts on that because I'm excited for the movie.
Run it.
I
Yeah,
love that comic book. I have the actual hardbound comic book of it. And it's flipping fantastic. If you haven't read it, go read it. I'm serious. I mean, it is very dark, and as a kid that loved the Kevin Eastman and Peter Lloyd one, this is even darker yet, and they actually worked on it together. So it's like in my opinion, it's the true Ninja Turtles story for the ending. Uh, the other reason for that is because originally they wanted to end the original comic book line this way. So to actually have a book that was based on an original story that turned into this, even better, you know.
yeah. It's just weird that everybody's reporting that it's still on docket, but you're not saying nothing. It's like
No.
it's you're saying, but you're not saying at the same time. Like
Well, it's
what?
because they don't have any more information. They just know there's lots of Turtle fans that's been waiting for a good live action movie, and it's like people that are still reporting on the new Power Ranger movie that's coming out, or the new, uh, the Legend of the White Dragon that's not coming out. People keep reporting on this stuff, and it's like you don't have anything new to say,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
have no new proof, but you're gonna keep reporting on it because if you put down Legend of the White Dragon in your title or Power Rangers 2026, people are gonna sit there and watch it because they want to see what you have to say if you know any insight.
yeah,
So if you put The Last Ronin, Ninja Turtles, or TMNT, The Last Ronin movie, and show the little teaser trailer they showed a long time ago, or the video game teaser trailer that's almost a one for one recreation of it, people are gonna get caught up in it and go, "Oh wait, what did I watch? Oh, I watched nothing. I took my 5-10 minutes to watch nothing new." Okay, you know,
yeah. It sounds like something.
we
I
call
was
we call
yeah,
in the YouTube community we call that clickbait. Put a
yeah,
title up there that's so catchy, and you have you also have a thumbnail that's so catchy, like, okay, they got to have something. They got to have something about this. We're gonna click it to find out they have absolutely nothing.
yeah. That. Oh, there's a channel. Oh my God, there's this channel with this guy, and everything he says, it's always wrong, bro. Like I can't. I almost give him credit, and I don't want to say his name because then I start the heat, and then oh no, you're going against. I'm not going against anybody. I'm just like, I'm impressed that this one YouTuber, like every single thing he says, it's always wrong. Like wrong. We get stuff wrong sometimes too, and we'll take things
Oh
back,
yeah,
whatever. I mean, so half of this stuff we say is rumor stuff. Or if I know something is like rumory, I'll say it. Hey, this is a rumor. Don't take this with a grain of salt, or take this for what it is. Like we were talking a couple episodes ago about the Power Rangers. The rumor was that there was only going to be two Rangers and not the full five, and we'll get into that in the
yeah,
next episode. But that I literally preface this by saying this is just rumor. This is not a specific thing. But I don't know this
yeah.
one YouTuber. Oh my God, bro! Everything he says is like so wrong. He's always wrong. He's like 10 for 10 being wrong.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah, man.
crazy.
Yeah. Let's get back to positive things here. Okay, Super 7 Comic Colors Casey Jones is shipping right now, so you're waiting for that one, the one with the red shirt. That one's coming out. Next, your favorite company there, Mondo. They're teasing the Baxter Stockman figure. They had the Baxter thing hitting the Michelangelo as the promo picture.
Yeah, that thing is huge. Anyways,
Thing is wide, buddy. You remember we talked about it last year,
oh
the clip
yeah,
show? The wings alone, like where do you put that thing? That's a shelf killer, brother.
no. You hang it from your ceiling, dude. You hang it from your ceiling. You get one of
Yeah,
those plant hooks, you know, you screw
something.
it into your ceiling and you hang it up.
That might be something to it because it's like weight proportionally. I remember seeing like the legs to the arms to the chest to the back to the wings. Like it doesn't look like
Yeah.
it's gonna be very like weight appropriate, but maybe I'm wrong. Moving on, Super Seven here. You know our peoples. The- oh man, Super Seven, Toxic Avenger, the movie edition, the Ultimates is shipping now. The grayish one.
Yeah.
If you want to get it, get it. There's that.
Masco will get it sooner or later. He
That's
says no, but he'll see it everywhere else for $10 and pick it up.
oh well. That's like shut up. If I see it for $10, even so, I'm not like much of a Toxic Avenger guy. I'm
I
Toxic
know.
Hater guy.
I'm
I'm not.
I'm just playing, man. I'm just playing.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get you. There's stuff that I'd probably be interested in.
Yeah.
Uh, well, next news item here: Thundercats Motu figures, the crossover figures.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the Origins ones. They've released pre-orders for the first four in the wave, and this is replacing the Ninja Turtles, the Turtles of Grayskull wave. So this is what's taking its place. So
Okay.
that's one of the reasons I'm covering it. But also, it's a cool line. I want to cover what a cool line. This one has Lionel, Chitara, Battle Cat as a man, so it's Battle Cat man, and it's got Mumra, Skeletor hybrid, so it's got like the Skeletor head and the
Hmm.
Mumra head with the same Mumra body. So it looks good. You seen these images?
No, I have not actually.
They look. You can you bring them up?
I might be able to. Give me a second.
Because they look really good, bro. I'm excited for these. I'm probably getting the whole wave, which is not something I could have said about Turtles of Grayskull. I picked and choose out of Turtles of Grayskull, and I still don't have a freaking Raph. I can't seem to find like a regular wave Raph with the helmet for like a decent price. I've seen it on eBay and Amazon for like 80, $90. I'm not paying 80, $90 for a $19 figure. You crazy? But we'll see what goes. I'm missing that one. Oh, while you look for that, another quick little news bite. The Turtles of Grayskull, the Super Shredder is hitting stores now. The Snake one, so
Hmm.
that should be coming out really, really, really soon because that's shipping. So I think some of the peg numbers are out, so they should be hitting. I think Walmart's really soon. So it looks fine. It doesn't look like anything out of this world, and I'll probably get it, but I don't know. It doesn't like knock my socks off either. It looks like a fine version of Shredder. It's just like, all right, another Shredder. I know you don't really collect that line though, right? The Turtle of Grayskull.
No.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's probably the last fig. Well, that and the Foot Soldier, because you kind of need the Foot Soldier. We're probably gonna be where I end my collection of the line. I don't really care about Moss Man. I really don't care about the Ram Man figure. That's a ram as a man. It's like, I get it.
Yeah.
I don't want
Oh,
another Skeletor or another Hordak for some reason. Like, oh, it's Hordak with longer wings. So I have a regular Hordak. That's good enough. Yeah. How many?
yeah.
Yeah, there it is. No, not that one. Go to Toy because those are the concept ones. Go to Toy News Eye.
Okay.
Those toy houses, they're just like giving you an idea of what could be. It's not the official ones.
Oh, well, that's the only thing I could actually find. You call it toy.
Toy News International. Yeah, he's got
Okay.
images up there. He does a good job too. Shout out to him because he does his work. It's a lot of work there too to be like tracking down multiple lines and like we stick to mostly Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers here. Once in a while we'll like put a little thing, but that guy has to talk about Star Wars and he's got to talk about Marvel and he's got to talk about all of these because he's a general toy channel.
Yeah.
I don't know where he finds the time, or maybe he's got his
Y-
workers, or because
Yeah,
he
he's
gets
probably
paid.
he probably has a whole team of people.
Yeah, probably he's just like the front guy for it. Did you see it?
Not yet. I have to search everything. So,
Mm.
um,
Well, you can just Google Toy News International. And,
no, that's what I did. Just
all
didn't
right,
pop up. I was looking for. Here's Mo 2. Oh, there we go.
okay.
Yeah, I believe I found it. Come on. That's not exactly what I was thinking it would look like.
Yeah, there it is. That's that's what it is. It's yeah, the image is misleading because it gives you the idea that you're getting two, but the Skeletor and Mumra it's one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
that's
there's Leah. Yep. Oh, you still get the Thundercats sword and not the He-Man sword. Interesting.
yeah, because he's supposed to be the
Lionel.
yeah he's just Lionel, but it's funny that this one they do like wig swaps for these figures.
I see that.
They don't have alternate heads.
Oh my god, his courage. Staying up. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
Battle Cat Man. What do you think? You like that look for him? Or, like, eh.
Oh, Skeletor here?
No, go for Battle Cat, the standing Battle Cat,
It
anthropomorphic.
t- it took me a second to realize what I was looking at.
Yeah,
Um yeah,
Battle Cat.
it's interesting to me. It's kind of almost comical, but it's interesting.
Yeah, the figures look sort of like Mondo-ish in their armor. Like, oh, that's somehow
Yeah.
Mondo for armor. Yeah, the Skeletor Mumra one, he has like flippable wings. So like on one side they're red, on one side they're black. It
I
also
got you. Okay.
yeah, it also comes with like the double sword that Mumra uses, the headpiece to make Skeletor with the horns, the Skeletor head. It goes with two different loincloths. So it's got like the Skeletor one, and it's also got the Mumra one, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I
You got
mean,
a picture?
I have no problem with the whole crossover situation. Just like, yeah, it's I'm not a big He-Man fan. I'm definitely not a big Thundercats fan. I did watch them growing up. I love the Master of the Universe movie. I did love
Yeah,
that thing. That was fun to watch over and over again. Um, but yeah, Thundercats. I was not expecting a Thundercats crossover with He-Man at all. That's pretty
yeah, they
cool.
look good. They look good. The figures are 19.99, and Mumra is a bigger figure, so he's 29.99, which is kind of just regular par for the course. Moving on here, Super 7, the Thundercats Cat Slayer, has been shipping terribly, and everybody's getting broken boxes and broken Thundercats Cat Slayers.
Well, again,
Boy, if you
that
guys
thing
didn't
is
get it,
two boxes,
yeah.
and they should have had. I don't know how they're packing this. That's the point. I've never seen anybody open the boxes yet, so
Oh,
I don't
I've
know how
seen.
they're packing it. But they probably should have been in like a styrofoam container or something, Like have the like a cat the castle parts and like styrofoam shells, like they do TVs, like TVs, where they have the big styrofoam on each side of it, so it's like floating in the box.
Yeah,
Yeah, kind of like that. They should have done something like that. So even if that box was tipping over, whatever, get crushed
yeah.
a little bit, they had some kind of physical hard shell around it. Because what was that thing? $800, $900?
650. I think it was like 80 for taxes and $100 for shipping. I
Yeah.
s- yeah, I saw. What do you call it? Mad Hatter. He had one, and it looked like somebody put their fish through the box, bro. Somebody's like,
See,
"Damn
there you
you!"
go. See, there you go. That kind of price. Again, this is the problem I have with like
He did
a
a
lot
video
of
on it, and he's
yeah.
got the, like, the entire fish goes through the box.
But again, this is why I have problems with like a lot of people
Wild boy
packing
right
stuff
there.
up. When you
Yeah,
have expensive stuff, okay, so I go with two ways. If you have an expensive piece of anything, toys, music equipment, or something that's really retro that could easily break and you cannot replace because it's retro, that packing need to be tightly packaged where nothing's gonna break. Or find a way to like pack it where you can have some movement in there, but not like movement where it's gonna affect it. Now, if you have a box that has a big hole in it, I wouldn't have even opened it. I would have been like, send it back. That thing was $600. Send it back. There's a big hole in it that I didn't do. You know, I'm
dude,
just saying.
$100 just the shipping. It's
Yeah.
$100 flat shipping. So you weren't
But
gonna get out of that $100 shipping.
no, but see,
Well,
here's
for
the thing
$100
is,
shipping, you figure something. I mean, it is a
yeah.
heavy thing too, so it's kind of
But so here's the thing though, in my opinion,
like an armoire. It's
yeah,
big.
if a good company is a good company, I don't care who it is, Super 7, Hasbro, NECA, whoever, it's a great company, and you have proof that you have not opened that box and there's a big damaged hole in it, and you wanted this thing so bad and you waited all this time for it, they better take it back with free shipping because you paid that $100 to get it shipped to you, but they should pay for the shipping to take it back so they can replace it for you. And I know there was no replacements because those were just made to order. There might be one or two somewhere just in case, but as far as I know, they were made to order, and
Yeah,
people waited forever for them. So,
dude. Yeah, now that you say that, you bring up a good point. Because in Mad Hatter's video, he like the intro to the video, he was showing him just like walking into Comic Con, and that was like July 2023, and he
hmm
didn't receive it until January 2025.
yeah,
Whoa, bro. Whoa, buddy. That's a stretch, bro.
that's just me though. I mean,
That is some timeline, bro.
I mean, if you're waiting that long and you know it's coming, and you saw all the previews and all that stuff from different podcasts that we watch and saw the
Yeah,
Thundercats layer and all this, and you're getting all excited because you know it's all done, but just not done yet, kind of thing. To get a box, and it's like, did someone kick my box in?
yeah, apparently.
Did someone take a drill to my box? I mean,
I just like the
yeah.
one Mad Matters thing going back to it for a second. Look at somebody just punched the shit out of it. Like, why would you do that to your box?
Oh, I do know why. I do know why.
Uh,
Because the person that delivered it knows who he is and how much money he makes for doing these toy things, and they're just like, he doesn't get this one.
yeah, Mad Hatter's real name and his address, and you know who that guy is. It's,
Well, yeah, I mean, if you
Mailman always knows everything. Mailman knows
exactly, the mailman knows your middle initial, even if you don't have it on there.
yeah, just like the King of Queens. See, it
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
back
there
to
you go.
shipping. Bring it full circle. Uh, it's funny because I've seen other now besides him. I've seen other like YouTubers review it, and they don't have the little corner shipper points. Like remember when we did the unboxing for the party wagon?
Yeah,
That's a big thing, and that's just the car. but it had the little black corner shipper things to
Yeah, to keep it
carry.
safe.
Yeah, that was really well packaged. I saw that, and that's crazy. I saw another guy like he also had like a big cut to the corner of his Thundercats thing, and the box is like so flimsy he could touch the plastic. There's no like giant styrofoam protecting this. I
Well,
mean, there is, but there ain't at the same time.
I know I got a lot of heat from my DK Odie's video about this, but I'm gonna say it again. A company that's shipping something that is fragile or something that can break easily, that's a new product or even an old product, should have the word fragile on there. Because by all the laws that I know, by working in different shipping companies, when there's fragile, you have to take care of it. If you don't take care of it, that's an automatic. The post office has to take it back to the company because they messed it up by saying fragile and they didn't take care of the box. Even when I got my Jackson guitar, that was a brand new year, just literally hit the year of 2020. I think I got it in 2023, and it was just a brand new Jackson guitar from that year.
Hmm.
The first thing they said was fragile on it. It's a guitar, electric guitar, but it said fragile on it. And that thing was packaged so goddamn well, it wouldn't have mattered if you knocked the package around, you know? But, and I ordered it straight from Jackson himself. So it was just, it was interesting to see that something like that has fragile on it, but something that's so, plastic is not the strongest thing. And, you know that. Plastic is not the strongest thing. And when you get it big and tall and thinner, they're
Yeah,
gonna have issues. So you might as well think of it as glass and put fragile on it.
yeah, yeah. It's crazy. You imagine, in 4 months they might reveal the sewer playset for Super 7. When are we going to see that happen? If they do, or they decide to just roll the dice and make the Technodrome, or I don't know, because their whole Ninja Turtle thing. I know they're not going to do the Mutant Modular. Super 7 is not going to do that. I know for sure. There's no way.
No, you don't think so?
If we're lucky, we'll get a repaint to the news van with the a little bit of retooling at the front
Mm-hmm.
as this year's exclusive, like they did last year with the Mikey's delivery boy.
Oh, the pizza wagon.
Yeah, the pizza van.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mikey's Pizza, yeah, which is a variant on the party wagon that I have.
yeah.
I could see that being this is the third year or whatever. But it's got to be like 5 years now because there's years in between. But the third time that they try to use that mold is going to be with that one, and probably I don't see them trying to do something new. I mean, they're going to be more busy because don't they have like tiger sharks coming up soon?
I don't know.
The
I've
one that they've
I've
been like teasing for 3 years. Like it's coming, it's coming. No, it's not.
yeah.
Well, let's move on. Next news item here is the Power Rangers Prime comics, the team. I've been seeing a little bit of it, and this one is the one with the VR troopers in it.
Yes.
And I wanted to just run down for anyone that doesn't know what the core team is. Okay, so it's the Red Ranger, a Yellow Ranger, a Black Ranger, a Blue Ranger, and a Purple Ranger. So that's interesting, and they're all like based on the Mighty Morphin look. So
Yeah.
it looks kind of a Centurion, the
Mm-hmm.
the white pieces that they do, the centuries, whatever that type of armor on them.
Yeah.
The girls are yellow and red, so maybe the lead ranger is a female. That'd be cool. And the purple ranger is a guy. The other two are guys too. Black and blue are guys,
Mm-hmm.
from what I see. Next news item here is the new Super Sentai show. I believe it's called Blue.
Go.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
It should be
It's Gosygur
Sushi. Oh.
Ranger, right?
Yeah, it's so close to Zoo Ranger, but it's not. It's Gujin. I would have to look at it. Give me a
Yeah,
second.
it's
Give me a
like
second. I'll
number
look at
one.
it.
Yeah, I think there's like a one
Yeah,
in there too. There was a oh number one Goosey Ager or something.
yeah. Give me a
Goosey
second.
Goosey. I can't pronounce that. I couldn't tell you. But that trailer is out now for the Sentai fans.
Go Zoo Ranger. Go Zoo Ranger.
That's a that's
Yeah,
not
Gozyuger.
yeah. That's the one that the trailer's
Gozu.
out.
Yeah, and you know what? If you guys haven't seen, it, I'm just gonna pull up the picture of it because it's that was easy to find. Let's put it that way.
Barely an inconvenience.
Right. Any other time I'm trying to find something, I can't find nothing. But this time, why not? Let's make it easy. See if I can pull it up this way without having to redo everything. Um, but yeah, it's. Nope. Give me a second.
Oh, while you do that,
Mm-hmm.
the barely inconvenience thing is a reference to this guy that does movie reviews on Screen Rants, where he like basically does a pitch for what a next movie would be, and then at the end of it, he like makes a final joke of something that's reported. So like he'll talk about Joker 2, and then it's like, oh, Joker 2 loses 500 million, and that's how he the videos.
Really?
Yeah, it's such a troll.
Wow.
It's similar. It's similar to well, it's its own idea because it's a pitch, like because it's him talking to a corporate version of himself, like, "Hey, I have this idea for a third Batman movie, or I have an idea for a second Beetlejuice movie, or whatever, or a third Charlie's Angels movie," and
Yeah.
uh, and then he like pitches it to himself. Oh, what about this? What about that? And the writer of the in the little videos is usually like, nah, don't worry about it. So that's that.
Exactly.
Yeah, but this is a new one.
Yeah.
They look Chinese because the Chinese sentais usually have like all that gold on them and those odd shapes. You know what I'm talking about? Because the Chinese market does Super Sentai too. They just call it something else, but it's still under the Tokusatsu.
Yeah. Well,
Unit.
I have learned that even Thailand has the Power Ranger show, but their costumes are the same but different. Like I saw a clip of Zio,
Mm-hmm.
and the Gold Ranger's costume is different. The weapon's the same, but the costume's a little different. I thought it was really weird to see it. I was like, it's the exact same show, exactly the same scene, but the costumes are different. You know, it was just kind of neat. Kind of neat to see the differences and all that.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for it. I think the main Megazord's like gold with like a red
Yeah.
face. That's it.
I haven't seen the trailer. I saw the promotion
Well, I saw the 30 second.
for it.
There's like a
Okay.
full like 2 minute trailer yet. So
Yeah.
maybe that's the one you.
I know they also they did a whole performance with every Red Ranger ever made.
Oh yeah.
Like they had like the people actually in the suits. It was actually a live thing. They had every Red Ranger from 1970 whatever came out 5 I think it was to today, and the new Red Ranger that's coming out in this show. And I was just like, holy crap! So it was like a promo for the new show, but it had and they would name you know this is house, this is house, this is Shoe Ranger, Car Ranger. I was like, wow, this guy had to pronounce. This guy had to say every Ranger's name from the show. You know,
Hey, if you can pronounce them all, good for you.
well, it was from Japan, but you know, trying to say that you know, for an American to go da 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 da, and they all did a little performance move as they were getting told. But it was like, wow, dude.
Yeah, that's impressive to even see all that stuff. The next news item here is going back to Trick or Treat. They've already announced some of the product they're doing, and they're doing masks. So
Mask.
yeah, masks of the Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
They're
okay.
they're doing them in the colors of the promotional, you know, that light green that the turtles use for like Hot Topic and all promotional stuff.
Yeah.
Uses a lot. Yeah, that's the color scheme that they're going with, the style that they're going with, and they're going with doing actually two waves. They're doing one regular like excuse me,
As he's
one
yawning.
one yeah, a yawning wave. All the turtles are.
He's just bored with the subject, guys. Don't even worry about it.
I don't know. It's trick or treat. They're good people. They're all right. Yeah, they got one wave is with the regular happy turtles, and they look very much like the reaction figures from Super Seven. So it looks like
Mhm.
it's pretty close to what the Super Seven ones look like. And then the other ones have like these half angry, half warped, more trick or treat, more horror-ish looking faces. So there's those. They're also doing a Casey Jones mask, a Shredder mask, a Krang mask, and a Foot Soldier mask.
Wow.
So they're going pretty deep with it. So I believe the Casey Jones is with the Happy Turtles, and the other ones are with the warped faces. You know, half melted, half
Yeah,
horror.
yeah.
Yeah, the otter ones. And the final news item for today is AliExpress is promoting and selling right now knockoff, bootleg, if you will, third party ish versions of the Mystic Force Megazords, the white horse and the black
Hmm.
horse, but they're like paint variants too. Like they're obviously bootlegs, but they're also like the gold shouldn't go there, the blue shouldn't go there. So for people that collect like oddities or just want another version of the Megazords from Mystic Force, they're on AliExpress.
There you go.
And that is the news for today, good buddy. Anything else
Nice.
you want to hit on before we wrap this behemoth of a show up?
No, I don't think I do.
You don't want to give the audience, your thoughts on Bill Murray one more time. He's a scum. No.
Yeah, he's lower than scum, like April O'Neil said in Turtles 2. No I'm kidding.
A little bit. Yeah.
No, Bill Murray. I like Bill Murray. I've never met the guy, but no, he's cool.
Yeah. He was to finish out on Bill Murray. He did. He did voice Garfield for two movies, so there's that.
Nice.
So, and well, that will end this episode. We'll be back soon enough, guys. Enjoy it, share, and have a good day. Peace out.
Peace.